Hello everybody, welcome to Bitcoin Daily, almost 9 a.m, sometimes 9 a.m, Monday to Friday, sometimes Saturday, Sunday. We do this show because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins and everything else. And of course guys, it's been a while. I haven't been very, interested in what's happening and stuff like that, Not a trader, don't do this every day. Watching the charts every day though. But it's been a while, so I was like, you know what, I slept well. I'm done with my game. And, so now we can concentrate on crypto again. It is coming very, very close to Christmas time. So, it's gonna be very interesting what's gonna happen next year. We've been pumping since January, all the way until the, right now, December. I mean, there wasn't, a couple of pullbacks, but, overall, the trend has been going towards upside. We are very, very close to 46k, right now sitting at 43.7k. The big question is when the trend is gonna break. And what you're gonna see now on the chart, we are still in this last part of the trend, this 4 more trend towards upside. And we are expecting this to break towards downside. I'm expecting this to break towards downside by the end of this year, unfortunately. And, pullback. We need a pullback. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to also look at, what the DXY is doing. A little bit about stock market. We're going to draw some nice lines. Maybe talk about some meme coins. Solana, Inge, stuff like that. We're going to see what's pumping, what's not. NEAR is doing very well. Yesterday did like 20%. Today is doing like 17% or something like that. So there is that. So, we gotta look at a little bit charts, see what's happening. Get a little bit of update on stuff. I hope everybody's doing well. Debuting, back once again. How you doing, man? And Badge Guitar is in the chat. 9 a.m. somewhere in the room. Let's go. Interested in stock market and if Bitcoin will be correlated to that or gold. I've been saying that gold needs to pull, it is topping out. It's gonna pull back, but still at 2k, man. The gold is still at 2k. And, over here I thought it was over. I thought it was going to go over here and go down. But it's still in a trend towards upside. And this needs to be looked at the monthly time frame. Over here I thought it was finished. I thought it was going to go up here and then go to, down over here. Because you had these, 3 tops over here. So it went over here, did this move up here, broke that, retested that. Right now you have second retest that. I don't want to break this move towards downside over here. But I was already thinking a little bit back in time. That if this breaks over here towards downside, once it goes below this level up here, it's gonna, drop big time towards the downside. That didn't happen. The gold is actually holding very nicely at 2k. Now it is, gold is a long-term hodl and it moves slowly, and it needs to be looked at. Monthly time frame, and unfortunately, that's very, very, very boring. But it is holding up very well and still up to 2k. So, there is that. There is another coin in stock market that I believe very strongly in for some reason. And you know me, I like when people don't like stuff, I like stuff. So when stuff looks bad, I think, it looks good. So I've been looking at NEO. And right now it's sitting at almost $8, something like that. It's down here at the bottom. And I'm thinking I might get some NEO. And I talked to some Chinese guys and they say like nobody likes NEO in China. In China it's BYD. BYD is the big one, right? But yesterday I actually saw an article in Norwegian newspaper talking about how this new battery of NEO got like 1,000 kilometers. I don't know how many miles there. 100 miles. Is a mile, 100 kilometers, doesn't matter. 100 kilometers, on one battery, some new battery technology. Doesn't matter. It is down by a bunch, so there might be something to that, From the top to the bottom, up here, it went down 90%. So, anytime something goes down 90%, you gotta ask yourself, okay, it's down 90%. Is this thing gonna die? If the answer is not, it's not gonna die, it's gonna continue. It is down in a rut, But if it's not gonna die and you have to do, research for yourself, fundamentals and stuff like that. If it's not gonna die, then, it's down 90%. Then you ask yourself, is this, okay price for whatever this is? You look a little bit market cap, you have the future prospects, stuff like that, profits, losses and stuff like that, right? You do a little bit, fundamental research and figure out whether the price is good or not. Oftentimes we look at charts because we don't like to look at fundamentals, because charts tells us everything we need to know. and we try to figure out whether that's bottom or not. And I believe that right now, you know, NIO, for example, is coming to some kind of bottom. Now, not a financial advice, you do your money, I do my money, you know, all good and dandy, there is that. But thing about NIO, it's gonna move faster than gold, right? So NIO up here from the previous run up here did 30x. 30x, this is a monthly time frame. In 9 months it did 30x. So in a year's time up here, from all the way from the bottom up here, year's time in a couple of months, it did 30x, right? Actually, it did 50x from the very bottom up here, but you know, it did 30x from the, you know, from the start of the move. And this took less than a year's time. So, you know, the next move up here when it comes, you know, I'm not saying it's gonna go up here 10x or something like that, or even, you know, double that 20x or 5x or whatever. I'm just saying that, you know, the move is gonna go a lot faster than gold. Gold is a very slow coin. Silver is very slow. Oil can be actually very fast because, you know, they change something and then suddenly, you know, you see it, you know, pumping or dumping very, very fastly. So oil moves fast. You know, you saw what Nvidia did. Nvidia actually moved very fast. Nvidia, where is Nvidia Corporation up here? Nvidia moved very, very fast up here towards the upside. Over here, this is no, this is 2018. This is the October 2022. Where is the April, March? This is the Corona dump up here. But it moved very fast from October, you know, from October 2022 all the way to the top up here in August. So almost a year's time, it went, you know, 3-4x or something like that. It moves fast, right? Gold, unfortunately, does not move fast. Yeah, nobody expects gold to, you know, in 1 year's time to do, you know, 100% something like that. So I don't really see gold as some kind of, you know, decent, you know, buy or something like that, because, you know, I got, you know, $1,000 here, $1,000 there to invest. I'm not gonna get rich if my $1,000 becomes 2,000. So I need something that's gonna do 30x in 1 year's time. Unfortunately, right? So that's how I look at it, you know. So slow coins, slow stuff, you know, not really interesting. But, you know, it is holding at 2K, and it is actually doing very, very nicely. NIO is up 8% today. NIO. And today, daily time frame up here, it's not actually up. It's actually down up here. I don't know. NIO, what's NIO? Neogenomics. I don't know what neogenomics is. Maybe just spelled that wrong. Doesn't matter. So there's that. That's my take when it comes to, you know, when it comes to stock market. Now, stock market generally, of course, as again, moves a lot slower than crypto, and you don't get, you know, 100x, 1000x, or 50x is very, very often. In crypto, you can get 50x in a month's time if it moves. If it doesn't move, it can go sideways for, you know, 2 years. So unfortunately, there's something about that. But, you know, you saw what, for example, Tesla did. Tesla is also, you know, exploded towards the upside at one point. Right now, it's consolidating up here. It's having this, you know, bull flag or whatever this is. But once it starts moving, it moves fast, right? This over here started in 19. This ended up in 21. It took 2 years for 34x, right? I mean, that's a very, very fast move. So you can definitely find very nice coins or very nice stocks in stock market that move very, very fast, very, very high. Unfortunately, there are not many of them. And then of course, there are these penny stocks that nobody cares about. So unless you are very deep into these, you know, fundamentals of certain things, you know, it's zigzag. So we're gonna see what's happening there. The big question is what's happening with Bitcoin, right? We gotta go back to Bitcoin and talk about Bitcoin over here. And I'm gonna just zoom it out a little bit up here, just so you can see my lines a little bit up here. What I expect, you know, and what I've been looking at. So I've been posting, you know, this is the blue lines. That's the halvening that's supposed to happen. You can see up here, last time we had a halvening up here. After halvening, it went up, right? So we are still waiting for a halvening that's gonna happen in March, April next year. So that's only like 4 or 5 months left, guys. 4 or 5 months left to the halvening. So this move up here, even though it pulls back, if it's gonna pull back, even though it pulls back, we still expect this move towards upside eventually, right? To, something like 80-90k. Eventually, right? So we are not really bearish. Even this pullback down here right now, it's more like, you know, we just need to get rid of these, you know, these weak hands that bought up here after the 30k. And if you remember down here when we was talking about 30k, once we break the 30k, that's the FOMO part, right? That's when everybody FOMOs in. And you've seen already FOMO, like my uncle, my uncle actually called me out of nowhere when Bitcoin is at 40 plus K, and he was like, hey, what's happening with Bitcoin? I know you are in there. And my co-workers are also talking about Bitcoin, right, at 40, 41, 42K. So everybody's FOMOing in. And also this chick that actually, you know, likes to buy meme coins, she also went back and, you know, started looking to buy into meme coins, right? So all of these people that FOMOed in, we still believe that they need to get out of the market so we can pump to 90K. And how do they get out of the market? Well, number one, they do not read the charts. They don't understand how the price moves. They don't understand when Bitcoin falls down 20% that they actually are a very good buying opportunity, because there is a different that's a different type of move towards downside 20%. You can have two types of 20% moves. You can have in the bear market, you can have a 20% move down and it just continues towards downside. That's a very you know, normal bad, you know, move towards downside. And then you can have a bull market where you have 20% pullbacks towards downside and it just continues pumping towards upside, right? So a 20% move down is not actually bad. It's bad based on the chart and where you are on the chart. That said, we are expecting a 20% move towards downside, at least 20% move towards downside, because this move over here was 22%, this move over here was you know, 20%, this move down here was 20%, and right now again, you know, are we gonna get another 20% down to some kind of 35K or something like that, 30K? It might happen or might not happen. The thing is that I think that the reason we have to do that is to get everybody out of the market, because too many people bought. My uncle needs to think that it's that. This girl that's buying meme coin needs to sell. My co-workers needs to believe that, it's finished, it's over, that was the top, blah, blah, blah. And once that happens, then we can pump towards the upside, right? But this FOMO move towards upside above 30K up here towards up, right now 46K, did play out its role. It FOMO'd in everybody towards upside. And over here we had a rising channel up here towards upside. Over here, a rising channel towards upside that actually broke towards upside up here as well. Even more foam up here. Right now it's consolidating up here. So are we gonna get this move? Is this move gonna break up towards upside? You know, just continue pumping? That's the big question. But I still believe that even though, and you will see right now, that the trend is not broken actually. The trend is still intact. The trend is still intact, and it's very nice trend up here towards upside. The trend is still intact, and you can see up here we came double top up here, pull back. Right now we're doing this move up here towards upside, maybe to the midline up here 60K, and then break the trend and then move towards downside. Because if this right now for whatever reason continues breaking towards upside, we can still look at this trend and look at the top of the trend. So whatever this top of the trend up here, that's actually a resistance line. It is a very steep move, and these steep moves oftentimes when there is a lot of euphoria and a lot of bullishness, they fail to break this towards upside. These moves that goes into the trends, and they are very steep trends, they always fail to break the upside. It's only some kind of parabolic moves, some kind of, you know, meme coins, some kind of explosive low liquidity shit coins that they actually manage to break these very steep moves and just explode towards upside. Oftentimes it is the parabolic moves, because parabolic moves are insane moves that can actually break these very steep moves towards upside. Now these steep moves towards upside, we hit it over here, we hit it over here. Right now we are holding this you know, bottom down here. So and the way these things break down, at least from my experience, is the second move doesn't come up here all the way to the top. So we did hit the top, but this third move up here does not come all the way to the top. So I'm expecting something up here to the midline up here, something, then go something sideways and then break the trend. Once the trend is broken, we are expecting move down over here, right? So this move down here, that is what I'm looking for to figure out where there will be a good buying opportunity. Now, there will be times when altcoins pull down 20, 30, 40% towards downside, and that's gonna be one of the best buying opportunities they can have, and that's gonna happen the way I see it, and sometimes next year, very close or after the halving. And like my wife will like say, when she look at CoinMarketCap and she sees that everything is down like 20-30%, that is the bottom. That's gonna be the bottom where we actually gonna pump towards upside. But we are expecting that. Now this move hasn't broken down towards downside, everything is nice and dandy. Unfortunately, this is what we call as well, this is what we call, you know, sucker's move, right? Because nobody bought down, some people bought, but when I say nobody, I mean like general population. Nobody bought at 15K. Nobody bought at 50k, nobody bought at 20k, nobody thought that, you know, it's gonna break 25k. Up here at 30k, they were scared, you know, it's just gonna dump to again towards downside. They did not buy. It's only on this FOMO move, this suckers move towards the upside, they actually started buying. Now, who bought? The people who buy the tops and people who sell the bottoms. So what I'm thinking right now that this, you know, this trend over here towards downside needs to break over here eventually out of this up here, pull back, and once this pullback comes here, there will be another, you know, reaccumulation zone over here, and then we go towards the upside up here after the halvening. This is the halvening up here around April, March, April, sometimes next year, and that's actually where we go towards the upside up here. So after halvening, it can still continue going towards downside up here, and how much is gonna pull back? That's the big question. Up here, 30k levels are very, very interesting levels up here because previous levels up here. Not only that, if we pull to 30k level, another move towards upside will be another 2x. So look at it, this guys. Let's go to this chart over here. And this entire move towards upside up here from 15k to 46k is 200% move, right? So if we move down here to 30k, down here to 30k, where is 30k? 30k, and we go all the way up to 90k, that's another 200% move, right? So we do first 200% move, pull back, and then another 200% move. That's 200, that's 3x 2 times. That's 3x 2 times, right? So that seems very, very reasonable, right? To do another, you know, pull back to 30k and do to 90k. Now 90k is very interesting level because we have we are thinking that it might be the top because of the lines, right? There are the lines over here. Where are the lines? Something like this up here. There are the lines over here, right? It goes a little bit more up here, higher, something like this, a little bit lower down there, something like this up here, right? 90k, give or take, 80, 90k up there towards upside. That is the target. So, you know, I definitely could see a move back down to 30k's, right? Because these people that FOMO'd in up here, they FOMO'd in above 30k, right? And especially they FOMO'd in up here above, you know, 40k levels. I mean, the breakout traders, once we broke the 30k levels, the breakout traders got in over here, pushed it up, and then everybody was talking how this is gonna drop down. So there was a lot of profit taking over here because this was a rising wedge over here, rising channel over here. There was a lot of profit taking. If you remember, there are, you know, they've been talking how these things often break toward downside, while we were saying that, you know, these moves actually oftentimes break towards upside, especially in these FOMO moves, right? But right now that we broke towards upside, most people are up here at the top. So if you move back down here to 30k, we are, you know, we are coming back below 33k. We're coming back below everything. Maybe even maybe even a week down to whatever, you know, 25k or something like that, and then back towards the upside over here. So that's what I'm looking at. But unfortunately, you know, it is still the FOMO move, the suckers move, and right now I don't see how this can actually just pump to 90, 80, 90k right now before the halvening, because too many people bought in. So this is the most important thing right now. So the only thing we are waiting up here, even though it looks very, very nice, we are still just looking for this, you know, very, very slight move up here to 46k up here, and then move, you know, and then break the trend over here, break the trend over here, and then pull back towards downside. That means that unfortunately, there's so many unfortunate you know, words here, but then again, unfortunately, we are looking again for a move towards downside, and unfortunately your altcoins are gonna bleed like you know what. Now the reason altcoins are gonna bleed and altcoins are gonna dump like big time is because they pumped so much. Everything is up like 3, 4, 5%. Everything since October, September is up, you know, 3, 4, 5%. Sorry, 3, 4, 5x towards upside. You know, shitcoins did the you know, 10x, 20x, you know, 50x bonk. You know, the extreme levels. The most right now, most hyped meme coin right now is bonk. The big question is right now, when is the meme season coming? And I think the meme season is gonna come very, very soon, because altcoins are still pumping, but even altcoins are coming to very close to some kind of tops. You've seen Solana. Once, you know, Solana is right now at something like, where is Solana at right now? Solana is something at 86 bucks, and I still believe that, you know, it has a chance to go all the way up here to $100. It's a 50% move from these lows down here, but you can see up here, this channel up here, it is breaking towards upside up here. So we're gonna see how this on the daily time frame, whether it's gonna stay up here, but I still believe that it can go all the way up to $100, but it is coming to some kind of ending, right? So if when Solana comes to end, right, Cardano up here is also pumping like crazy. I don't have any nice lines on Cardano up here right now, but it's coming to some kind of, you know, resistance level up here. This is a weekly resistance level up here at 0.78. You know, everything is coming to some kind of resistance levels, and it's pumping a lot, right? So if Bitcoin starts breaking the trend towards downside, altcoins are gonna get decimated. And when I say decimated, I don't mean that in a bad word. It's only a bad word if you bought the tops of Solana and Cardano and Dogecoin and everything else, right? If you bought the top, you're gonna get decimated. But for everybody else that did not buy the top and it's waiting for a pullback, I think the pullback is gonna be glorious, because the dumpage, the fear, the weekend selling is gonna be glorious. So we are looking forward to that. And also I need the pullback because I still have money to, you know, put in. So, you know, I definitely need the pullback to, you know, because if this just goes to 90K right now without any kind of, you know, 20% pullbacks, I'm gonna be a very, very sad guy. Very, very sad YouTuber. I can tell you that right now. If there is no pullback, I'm gonna be a very sad YouTuber. How do you see Cardano in the next few months? Well, Cardano, you know, I got a bags of Cardano. So, you know, there is that. And let's go to the weekly time frame up here on Cardano. You'll see up here that Cardano is out of the... technically, it's not, because there is these stops up here right now, coming to these stops up here. But it is, you know, accumulation phase down here. I mean, technically, the accumulation phase is all the way down here at the bottom. The best accumulation phase is all the way down. But, you know, everything is accumulation phase down here. And especially down here, this part over here, but I would say that it is out of accumulation phase down here. This is the, you know, below 0.4 and 0.2, that's the accumulation phase over here, and I think it's out. So everything is out of the accumulation phase. Everything since October, September, October is out of accumulation phase. If you look at altcoins, right, altcoins in September, October, Benjamin Cohen has been talking about how altcoins are gonna get wrecked, you know, everything is gonna, and I've been saying that, you know, how are they gonna get wrecked? Everything is down 95 to 99%. Everything is down so much. How are they gonna get wrecked? Everything is at the bottom, right? Now, I did fail to see that it was the bottom. I did fail, and this is eating me up, because I told people in the chat that, you know, next, you know, now I need to wait 6 years to get my revenge, because in the next bear market I'm not gonna do the same mistake again, because when everything was down, you know, 95%, and then we're going into the boxes, and there is boxes on everything, right? These are the boxes, right? This is September, October, right? These are the boxes, right? When it was going into these boxes in September, October, everything was in the box. Everything was in some kind of box, right? It was, you could just buy literally anything, right? But I failed to see that. I knew that it was some kind of button, but, you know, I still did not buy, because I waited. But I wasn't Benjamin Cohen saying that, you know, altcoins are gonna get wrecked. Altcoins are already wrecked, right? And people always talk about how, you know, when is altcoin season? Altcoin season already started. We just had a huge altcoin season. Nobody noticed. Everything is up 3-4%. Doesn't matter what you like. Cardano is up only 50 to 100%, something like 200% on Cardano from the bottom, right? I'll go up here. Let me just zoom in a little bit up here, something like this over here, so we can just draw very fast lines up here. You know, 140%. Atom up here from the bottom up here, 100%. Anchor up here from the bottom down here, 80%. Only 80%. Wow, that's bad for Anchor. Ethereum Classic up here, you know, 50%. Wow, that's bad. Engecoin, you know, we don't have to talk about Engecoin, because this thing has been pumping since January. Literally January. But where is the September, October? Even an Engecoin up here, September, October, from September, October up here, it did another, you know, 5x since then, right? But literally everything, doesn't matter what kind of September, October, whereas September, October up here, you know, 50% on this thing. But also Tron has been pumping, you know, just regularly pumping towards the upside. But literally everything, doesn't matter what you take, it's up so much. It's up so much since September, October, 100%. 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x, like it's up, so, not 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x, everything's up. So altcoin season is already in full effect. The pullback needs to come, some kind of, you know, secondary consolidation. But these moves are just the first moves out of these accumulation boxes, right? So everything has this, you know, accumulation box on the downside. Right now we just got these moves out of these accumulation zones, and right now what we are expecting is consolidation or reaccumulation phase, either towards downside, most probably toward reaccumulation while it goes towards downside, and then the next move again towards upside eventually after the halving. But when Bitcoin drops down, we are expecting everything to drop down with Bitcoin. Now I am very much I'm not bearish in a sense that, you know, we're gonna go back down to 10k. I'm not Capo or a crypto savvy talking about 3 or 4k, but I'm realistically bearish, unfortunately. But I'm bearish at, you know, 46k. I'm not bearish down at 20k or 30k. So that's actually very good. Maybe we have a local high at Christmas, then dump it. Maybe that. I fail to see how this is gonna play out, you know, from 46k to 90k right now without any kind of pullback, right? Because too many people FOMO'd in. And the thing that I learned in these last, you know, 6 years in crypto is that when there is too much FOMO, it needs to pull back. When there's too much euphoria, it needs to pull back. So we are still waiting for that. So that's what I'm looking at Bitcoin. I'm still looking for this move up here, maybe above this, you know, above this high up here towards upside up here, and then you get some kind of, you know, divergence up here, the channel, you pull back, you break the trend up here. So you get a divergence, you get a break of the trend, and then just, you know, shorters come in, you know, New Year's, you know, profits are needs to be taken, the taxes needs to be paid, you know, and so January I think is gonna be, you know, bloodbath. I think it's gonna be bloodbath. I don't know, you know, it's all speculations, guys. It's all speculations. The DXY right now is pulling back, and I'm looking at these lines over here at the DXY, even DXY up here looks like it might actually bounce over here from this move. So it's doing this move up here, over here. It's gonna create this secondary top up here towards upside. This also can actually go, you know, towards it. You can see this move up here. It can go up to something March, April up here, maybe even higher than that. And then after March, April pulls back, and then we have this, you know, a glorious bull market rally. But we have top up here, we have bottom down here, we have bottom over here. What we can do right now is we can actually draw a channel. You only need 3 points to draw a channel. And you can see up here that right now, if this actually holds, this line over here, if it actually holds and we start bouncing up here, we might see, you know, 109. And if this breaks towards upside, there might be some kind of euphoria up here, and then, you know, pull back down here towards downside. But it kind of, you know, correlates very nicely with what crypto is doing, right? Crypto is at 46k. DXY pulled back enough up here since September, October, November. It pulled back. We had the major rallies on everything, right? And right now it's time for DXY to again do this move towards upside, and you know, wrecked, you know, entire crypto market. So I am bullish on DXY, unfortunately bearish on crypto right now. And you know, is it a good time to take the profits on altcoins? Is it a good time to, you know, cash out and wait for the pullback? I don't know, guys. I think I might, you know, take profits on something. I might not take profits on something. I might just let it run, because, you know, I bought a lot during the you know, 20k Bitcoin levels. So, you know, I just might let it run to 2025, because oftentimes you think it's gonna be a pullback and there is no pullback, because there is chance there is no pullback on Bitcoin, and for whatever reason it just continues pumping. It could be a parabolic move. This could be a parabolic move towards upside. I'm not saying it's not. It could be a parabolic move towards upside over here. That's right now happening. Just like consolidation up here just continues pumping. It could be that, but we don't know. We don't know. But our predictions, you know, and sorry, I don't know. Not we. I don't know. I don't know. But my predictions and how I see things going right now is that this very steep trend over here, it's gonna break down here. We're gonna have a pullback, right? And if you see a couple lines up here, now this over here, this part down here at 15k, this is what we call a secondary capitulation phase, where everybody thinks it's over, right? But I think the lines go something like this over here. Maybe something like this over here, where we get these capitulation moves down here. And it should go down here. The parabolic moves up here. There we go. And right now we are having this very steep move up here, but I think this steep move might actually pull back, right? So if it does pull back over here, we are still having the parabolic move towards upside though. So it doesn't have to, you know, just continues, you know, over here and continue pumping over here. It can actually pull a lot towards downside. And these lines, as long as it does not break this line down here, as long as it doesn't break whatever this is, 30k, we are actually good. As long as, you know, it can do this and move towards upside up here. This is something like, you know, 30k, that's good. It's only when you break this line up here that it actually becomes very, very bad. And that can actually happen with the wick, but, you know, wicks, that doesn't matter. But you can see down here that this line, if you want to continue keeping this option over here, it cannot break, you know, technically speaking, it should not break the, you know, this line. And this line right now, even it goes back down here, it's going to be 30k. With the wick, you know, it can do a lot of stuff with the wick and just continue towards upside, but it should not break the line, right? So I do not believe any kind of pullback below 30k, 31k or something like that. But I do believe that it's going to pull back, right? Especially this, you know, explosive move, extortion pattern, you know, move up above the extortion pattern, up here failure, then break the trend towards downside, find some kind of bottom down here, and then again go towards upside, right? So we're expecting this move right now, you know, to be a consolidation move towards downside until the halving, and after that, you know, again move towards the upside. How this is gonna play out? One of the theory is that it might actually do this kind of move up here and then break towards upside. Another, you know, another option is having some kind of bull flag and then move towards upside. But you know, the line should not be broken, right? The line up here should not be broken, and we have time, guys. We have time. There is enough time to see what's gonna happen. So you know, we have time. We definitely have time. We definitely have time. Like 3-4 months. Unfortunately, it's gonna be bad. So I think Bitcoin is coming to the very top. There is no, I don't see much more upside for Bitcoin. It's a sucker's move. Altcoins, we already had an altcoin season. It played out very nicely. What is coming next though, before the big dumpage, is meme season. We saw what Bonk did, right? And I'm still expecting that, you know, FOMO meme season to happen. And oftentimes it happens when Bitcoin is, you know, comes to this last stop of the tops, right? When everything is up here at the top, that's when meme season. So I think the meme season come very, very soon. And I'm expecting that because last meme season was kind of okay. And when it comes to meme season, there is so many scams, so many meme coins. It's insane. It's insane. So if you're into that, you have something to look forward to, right? Bonk, Hippo, Grok, whatever, not financial as you do your money, I do my money, right? A lot of these coins, like, you know, Jesus coin, you can, you know, last year or last bull market, like the most memorable meme coin for me, and the top of the meme market was when there came a coin that was called Pregnant Butt. I mean, who came up with that? So that was some kind of you know, top signal for me when it comes to, you know, meme coins. So when you see meme coins that are, you know, very out of the, like, your mind just go like, that's, you know, when they start creating these names, that's probably the top of the meme season. Now let's see what chat is saying. The FOMO is only beginning. Yeah, it's only beginning, unfortunately, but we have to have a pullback. Georgian, good morning from Lebanon. Lebanon in the chat, man. Hope you're doing well. Gold's right. TLI is overthinking. Eba Mark, when did you buy? That's what I want to know. Are you looking at log chart? No, I'm not looking at log chart. Good morning, Anne-Marie. How you doing? DXY will break down for some more, so we are bullish. No, we are not bullish. I am not bullish. But we are still the blue dot. No, we are. Everybody who bought down at 2015k, it's a blue dot. Everybody else is, you know, yellow, purple, red. Only guys that bought down at 20k are blue balls. They're not blue dots, blue balls. Good morning, Christos. What's up? Giga. My whole family is waiting for pullback. Yeah, there's something about that. How about we never get a pullback? I mean, that's gonna wreck me so hard, guys. Then I have to go to stock market and buy some crappy stocks. If you don't get a pullback, it's always gambling. If you have a good position, it's better to ride out and if pullback, buy more and build your position. I think that's the correct way to do that. Just, you know, if you have good, have a good entry, you know, on pullback you just buy more instead of, you know, taking profit, selling, you know, being greedy and trying to. I think, you know, that might be the case. Just, you know, buying more on the pullback. Lines are not enough. We are waiting for blow off top. This is the top, man. Are you going to do more Bitcoin dailies? I don't know. I've been playing, well, you know, it's been a long time since we did you know, Bitcoin dailies and crypto. I'm not, for some reason, you know, they call it burned out, but you know, it's in the start it was very fun to do, you know, YouTube videos and watching money grow and you know, trying to get to the pumping, you know, subscriber numbers and stuff like that. But right now I really don't care about my subscriber numbers. It is nice. And you know, there is a lot of money to be made on YouTube if you have a large followers case and stuff like that. But I really don't know what to talk about. Like, you know, talk about altcoins, you know, tell people it's gonna go down all the time. People hate you. Tell them it's gonna go up, you know, too much FOMO. So, yeah. The only thing that I actually find interesting is talking about, you know, technical analysis, like real technical analysis, like how it works. And you know, predicting. And I like, you know, finding gems. That's my thing, finding gems. I like that. But yeah, maybe. I mean, there should definitely come more videos. I mean, I gotta get back into that. XDC is a good shitcoin to gamble on. There is lots of stuff. Go Lebanon. Hey, what are your thoughts on Gary token? Not much. No clue what Gary token is. Anyways, guys, now you know what I think, what I feel, what I look at, what I expecting, you know, what's gonna happen, what's not gonna happen. You also see here that right now we had this 87 daily, this is 3-day chart. On the daily chart it's actually go, but weekly chart up here. Weekly chart actually, if it goes up to here to 46, there will already be divergence up here on the chart, and the momentum is already weakening a little bit on the weekly while we are doing this move towards the upside. So it looks like it's gonna be a pullback. You know, nobody knows, but you know, breaking this to, you know, I would even say that, you know, 50k is possibility, but after 50k up here, I mean, to break this channel towards the upside, you gotta be you gotta have some kind of next level, you know, bullishness, FOMO-ness. You gotta have all the normies in the world buying to break this towards the upside. So I just don't see it. It's too steep. It's too steep and it needs to pull back. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day, and you know, go check out Ivan on Tech. I seen him talking about some kind of, you know, altcoins, meme coins. And you know, it is, if there is one channel, if there are two channels to watch on YouTube, number one, that's my channel. From time to time you'll learn technical analysis, real technical analysis, not the kind of crap that everybody else is doing. And two, Ivan on Tech. That guy is a legend in crypto. That is maybe the only guy you should be watching and following crypto market. We'll never watch Ivan on Tech. Gort, you will never. Gort, why do you hate money? Huh? Why do you hate money? Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you. Hit the like button on the way out. That's all I can ask. I don't ask you to hit the like button when you come in, but when you go out, please hit the like button. I'll see you around, guys. Enjoy the day. Where's my outro? Bye-bye.